Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, welcome to your weekly broadcast from the Department of Apparitional Welfares and Void-Related Safety. This here instructional presentation is designed to help you, the proud civilian, survive in a world where the fabric of reality is thinner than your uncle's comb-over. If you're seeing strange things in the mirrors, hearing whispering through your walls, or smelling ash when there's no fire, you might just be haunted. Since 1974, incidents of unexplained manifestations have risen 240%, and that's just the ones we caught on tape. We're not dealing with your grandpappy's ghost stories anymore, no sir. These are fully manifested apparitions, fresh out of the great beyond. And they don't care one tick about your bedtime or dinner plans. Now, don't fret. With a little know-how, some official guidance, and a pocket full of faith, you can make it just fine. So put on your ghost gloves, crank that brain dial to alert, and keep your eyes peeled for things that aren't supposed to be moving. First things first, bucko. You've got to know what you're looking at. Not all spooks are made the same. Some are just shy little echoes who loop a single action over and over, but others will peel back your brain like an orange if you look them in the eye. And remember, just because it smiles doesn't mean it's friendly. That's why we say, face it or flee it, but don't you freeze. Some apparitions only get stronger the longer you stand still. If it's got eyes where its teeth should be, or if it walks like it's skipping frames, you may be dealing with something well past level 2. Make sure you're able to identify which apparition is what with these handy little documents handed out and updated every week so you can stay safe. Keep it on your person at all times, even in the bath. And remember, ignorance feeds the haunt. So, you think you're being haunted? First tip, do not talk to it. You're not clever, and it isn't your friend. These aren't Victorian ladies in lace. These are cognitive leeches wrapped in leftover skin. If it speaks in your voice, hang up, shut up, and back away from reflective surfaces. Second, do not light a candle unless you know the void alignment of your home. Wrong flame color? That's a one-way ticket to the mirror maze, friend. If you light black instead of blue, you might be inviting something that remembers you before you were born. And above all, don't name it. We don't care if it's Uncle Gary. Naming an apparition gives it roots, gives it shape, and once it's got that, it never leaves. Think you're in the clear? Well, let's check for signs. Does your mirror blink back? Do your appliances start at 3:33 a.m.? Has your shadow been lagging by 2 seconds or worse? Showing you someone else's shoes? That's what we call void bleed symptoms. Other red flags include, but are not limited to, humming in drain pipes, static, following your voice, photographs where your face is smiling, but you weren't. If these start showing up, don't you dare check webcam. Call your local archive liaison immediately and recite your object reversal phrase. That's the phrase you were given in your starter packet right next to the black match and anti-reflection sticker. Didn't get one? Well, I hope you're good at running. Now, let's talk friendly floaters. Not every spooky's out to eat your name. Level 1s and 2s are mostly passive. Stuff like lost souls, flickers, and echoers. If you hear your mum's music playing in the attic, that's likely a looper. Leave it be, and you'll be fine. Level 3s are a bit more touchy. Wraiths, mimics, and the like. They'll notice you, might even follow, but as long as you don't react, they lose interest. Think of them like hitchhikers on the spectral highway. They only get in the car if you stop and open the door. If you must interact, keep your phrases generic. Never mention time, names, or your birthday. Seriously. One guy said March 19th to a poltergeist, hasn't been able to say anything else since. We call that getting date locked. Happens more than you'd think. Alright, spaceman, you messed up. You made contact. Maybe it saw you. Maybe it touched you. Maybe it said your real name. Whatever the case, you are now part of the haunting. But don't panic. That only speeds up the process. Get to a Class 1 certified observation zone. You know the ones. Bright fluorescent lighting, no reflective surfaces, strong citrus scent. Don't ask why. Just sit down and play your recording backwards for at least 3 minutes. If it still persists, it means you've been marked. That's when it stops being a visit and starts being an invitation. Don't go back to your home. Don't go anywhere you've dreamed about. Just wait for retrieval. Someone will come. Eventually. Well, that's all the Ghost Gumbo we've got for today, folks. Remember, we're not trying to scare you, we're trying to keep you breathing. Apparitions are real, the void is watching, and the archive is doing everything it can to keep this world from folding in like a haunted roadmap. Stay updated, keep your documents handy, report sightings, stay calm, and if something tries to borrow your face, politely but firmly tell it, not today, friend. Until next time, this has been your voice safety liaison reminding you, you're not alone. But that does not mean you're not being watched.